I wanted to talk with you, Debbie Hogg, because we met years and years and years ago, thanks to doing the Life Coaching Academy training way back in 2003. Well,
Yep.
that's when I did it.
Yep.
Did
Same,
you
same.
do it? Yeah.
Same.
And
Yeah.
so, what a journey. What an amazing, beautiful witnessing of the coaching industry. I mean, back then, so many people hadn't heard of what coaching is. Now you see magazines in supermarkets about coaching. So, what has been your journey of your coaching journey from way back then to
Way
what
back.
you're seeing now?
Yeah, wow. And it's changed and morphed into what it is today. But my journey's been really interesting. Wow. Working for a company in Brisbane and them doing the marketing and collecting the money and me just doing the coaching, that was phenomenal. That was Firefly. They're not around now. And then winning Coach of the Year for ANZI Coaching back in 2010. That was amazing. Writing life skills programs for teachers to teach to the little people in the classroom and parents to teach to little people, about resilience and confidence and all of that. And then having my own coaching business. And then lately coaching staff with the cafe restaurant that we've got in Perth. So it serves me hugely. Learning to be a master NLP practitioner, that puts another little difference on coaching. So it's just been massive. And like you say, an amazing, amazing, amazing journey.
And you've also accredited with the ICF and helped other people get accredited. And what was that like?
That was great. It was a journey of supervising people to go through their, ACC or their PCC with the International Coach Federation, and that was really interesting. And I did that through Reciprocoach, which also is a fabulous platform for coaches to practice and see how other people coach and things. And it's great when you learn about how other coaches coach, because then we realize that we're all so incredibly different and we all bring something different to the space.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been on a not the same journey, but a similar journey of many different organizations, many different trainings, coached and mentored new coaches. And it's only fairly recently I've been working with Gabby Button. So I met her at the end of 2019. I believe you've known her for quite some time. Yeah. And in 2020, Gabby and I created the Wisdom Playground, and we're really passionate about empowering coaches and co-creating our best possible future. So I'm curious, Debbie, I know that you've come to join us in the Wisdom Playground, and what has stood out for you now actually working with Gabby particularly? Obviously there's more to it than that, but you were part of the pilot for our Skyrocket, your coaching package results. You're going to do that program and you've had some sessions with Gabby. What stood out for you as the key insight?
Big change. And so big change that it really has, and it even is still now, right now in this moment, kind of rocking my core. And my core that I'm talking about right now is the rules of around coaching and the way that we were taught. And I'm thinking that a lot of other people are taught as well. Well, actually, I know that. And so the big thing for me was that normally a coaching session, I don't give advice. I don't, because those are the rules, and the rules are I don't give advice. I know some people do. However, I don't. And I stand by that. And I have stood by that for a long time. But what it's working and talking with Gabby is that me personally, Debbie Hogg, has this massive body of wisdom. And yeah, I knew that I had experience and stuff like that. However, framing it into a body of wisdom was really interesting. And then in discussions and many talks, it's like, how can I support my clients better by sharing some of my body of wisdom? Now, I've been around a long time. We can probably tell that. And I've loved every single minute of it. And this is all right. but I've got so much experience. And I've often had clients say to me, what would you do? Or what did you do? Or how do you handle that? And I've always flipped it back to them and asked them a question, and asked for options, asked for different thoughts, etc., etc. But I've never gone, because I believed that to be the rule. Well, now I want to challenge that, and it is being challenged inside of me because I'm being challenged, because people are attracted to me because of what they know that I've done. And like I say, I've done many things, from working in the travel industry to right now, well, just recently, working in the hospitality industry massively, taking a business from 0 to 2.5 million turnover. I mean, that's a big deal. And so in that, there's massive amounts of experience gained from staff to, handling different things, et cetera, to bringing up children. I've had 2 of them and now they're in their teens. So 0 to teens or nearly 20s, there's a massive amount there. So what would stop me from sharing some things in the right moment with people? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. However, it's still kind of like sending me a bit, wobbly. And yeah, so that's my big thing.
I thank you for sharing that, because I also had that rule of what it comes back to, what is our definition of a coach in a way, because I remember way back in the Life Coaching Academy training in 2003, I was so inspired by the vision of a horse and cart taking a VIP from where they are to where they want to be. And I feel that that's a great definition.
Mm-hmm.
And over the years, I started my first business with the name Life Coaching, Avanza Life Coaching, which is a Spanish word for advance, changed it to Be in the Groove and many things. And I also really struggled for many years to even call myself a coach, because I realized there were so many assumptions about what that was, and I didn't want to be in that box. And so I've always challenged that. I even called myself a happiness ambassador at one point. Like, I've been really now I'm going back to, okay, I'm calling it a coach, what I do, a coach, helping coaches, or supporting coaches or empowering coaches. Coaches meaning anyone who is actually helping someone go from A to B, but it doesn't mean you have to have done coach training. If you have, fantastic, but that's one tool that we use, a hat we wear in the journey of helping a client, because sometimes a client does need more than pure asking questions, holding space. They want some development that you can actually offer from either your experience or, that, like you said, you can actually offer wisdom that is going to fast track them. So to get out of the rules of like actually serving the client fully, that's where I was like, coach training is actually disempowering coaches. There's so many coaches out there, amazing big hearts, so much value, yet they're struggling, they're not making money. And it's because potentially they're following these rules. And now I wish I had met Gabby sooner for what this Skyrocket program is. I wish I knew it, because I think it's the key to having much more clarity, confidence, and a successful coaching business. You've done the pilot, you're about to do the program. What do you feel in terms of the piece on empowering and disempowering coaches?
With any rules, I think it can hold us back. And now that I know what I know, and this is all these little bing light bulb things have only just started to go off. So the more I think about it, the more I talk about it, the more empowered it is being with me, really, the more confident I get about it. And like I said, it was wobbly wheels, because I'm like, straight down the line. And so it's really exciting. I think it's really exciting to discover where it's actually going to take me. And I don't know where it's going to take me. So working, like when I did the pilot, it helped with all these little buttons go off. And so the next step in fully immersing myself into the program with loads of other amazing coaches, and whoever is watching out there that hasn't signed up for it, seriously look at it. But I'm really looking forward to it, because I don't actually know where it's going to take me, but I'm really looking forward to how it's going to just open me up to the way I package myself now, to the way I market it and put it out there, and how I'm going to share it. And I fully know that it's going to be a really, really interesting journey for me. You know, because there's loads of places that I want to go, and that will come later. But this is just it's quite a big stepping stone to take me towards that. And also, with this new frame of body of wisdom, and it being okay for us as coaches to use it in whatever context we see right, still holding the space, still being a coach, still, you know, being professional, still, you know, following all the codes of ethics. It just will be really interesting to see where it morphs to. And that's got to be a good thing, because nothing stays the same. And with that in mind, it's okay for me to make a choice to look at what other possibilities are there for me as a coach. And a frigging good coach, you know, who's had masses of clients, who've had masses of, you know, they've had great discoveries, and we've walked the journey and had really fun along the way. But I reckon there's something else.
Yeah, it's very expansive. Like you say, nothing stays the same. So it's time to upgrade our capacity as coaches of our next level of mastery. And for those who don't know about this program, it's called Skyrocket, your coaching package results. So this is certainly, if you are selling sessions or blocks of sessions and not packages, this is a must. If you have packages and want better results from your packages, this program is a game changer for the things that you need to include in your packages, why they're important, and the real how to do it. So Gabby created this based off some research she did from developing a tech platform for the coaching industry. She spoke with hundreds of coaches and clients, and actually was able to sort of discover this information as a byproduct.
Yeah.
So she, through all those conversations, actually worked out what the super coaches were doing and what everyone else was doing. And so this program, you learn what the super coaches do. They're very, very, they make sense, that the key ingredients make sense, and it's very easy to implement. I think it's not a hard thing. It's just knowing it, and then you can implement it to the current work you're doing and any future coaching and training you do to get more consistent results. So it is exciting, because I think it has the opportunity to change the game for coaches, to actually allow more coaches to get better results and with their clients, but also create thriving businesses, which is what we want. The world needs coaches doing their thing and being also like living in a sustainable way.
Absolutely. And so many coaches, and this has been happening since way back in 2003 when we did ours. You know, they've got that heart, they've got that passion. They want to support people and walk with them on their journeys. It's really hard out there as a coach. It's really hard. And so a lot of people end up going back to their day jobs, you know, and just doing it semi or letting it go altogether, you know, and that's really, really sad, because, you know, we spend money to upskill ourselves and learn all these different things. So I think it's really important for us, you know, there's two words that are coming up for me in that, I don't know if I've not heard them before, or you know how you hear something and whoop, all of a sudden it's in your focus, is narrative and storytelling. And they are coming up more and more and more. Now, whether they're here and they weren't before, or whether I've just never heard them. But, you know, what is the story that we're telling ourselves as coaches? You know, what is the story or the narrative that we would like to use around our coaching business? And I think that's a really important question just to sit with and go, let me think about that.
It's a really good one. To like, stories are so powerful. I also, this year, it's gone like, I'm so present to the value of them. I really appreciate the value of stories more than ever. And they're really important for so many reasons. That's in a whole nother Facebook Live, I think. But thank you so much for having this chat with me, Debbie. And just want to reach out to any coach in this group that wants to have a chat about this, you can have a chat with Debbie or me, Deb. We would love to connect with you. We want to see everyone embody thriving, not just survive better, but actually embody thriving. And we really feel, well, I certainly feel this information Gabby's put together is a massive support to embody thriving for yourself as a coach and for your clients, because of these secret ingredients. Oh, so good. So
Absolutely.
good.
Absolutely. And she could only get that from talking to so many people, you know, and so many coaches, and they knew what they were talking about, and they felt it, and they just were upfront and honest with her. So from that, she's been able to find out something that none of us might have found out before.
Exactly. Even the ones that were super coaches having the results, they didn't even realize what they were doing, and she fed back the info to them. They actually applied it at another level and actually got even better results. So this really is for anyone who is really committed to being the best coach they can be and up-leveling the mastery, which is something I think most coaches hopefully are passionate about. Like it's an ongoing journey for us to keep growing and expanding our mastery. So come join us. You will be delighted to do this program. I mean, I can't actually convey how enthusiastic and how much belief I have in this, of how much this can help people. So yeah.
And I think it's also about connecting with all the other amazing coaches that will be coming in to the group to play and learn. And we will so learn off each other, and we will so be able to support each other. And this conversation could actually cause some wobbles, my word, for everybody, because the rule is the rule, and now we're about to maybe break the mold.
Stretch the comfort zone. So the one thing I want to be clear is I love coaches. I love coach training. I'm not slagging anything off. No. I do believe that coach training empowers us with the skill and tool that it would be great for the whole world to learn. I believe in coaching. And I believe coach training, because of the rules, has also disempowered many of us. And it's time for us to really challenge the rules that we're living by.
And that's a new little journey in itself.
Yes.
And it's kind of nervy.
Yeah. And you're right. It's good that you bring that to me, Debbie, because I've now been talking to Gabby about this for so long. I've become very comfortable with it. Whereas it's nice to see it's fairly fresh for you and you're still integrating. And you're right. We are challenging almost identities, I would say, as coaches. So that's a big thing to challenge. So loving you all. If you are challenged by it, want to have a discussion, it's like, if you're defending coaching, that's an interesting thing to look at. If you're open to really exploring this, we have so much love and support to see you shine and thrive. So putting it out there.
Putting it out there for growth, you know?
Yeah. So thank you, Debbie Hogg. Love you. And is there anything else you want to say before we sign off for now?
No, just think about our stories. I think that's really powerful.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Mwah.